It's around like 97,000.
Okay.
It's pretty much just like consolidating for the past couple weeks. I know this is one of the months where Bitcoin normally, performs in the green in February. So this should be once the election came. Trump was elected president, and he's super pro crypto. So everything was up in the markets. It was, bull action time. It was no bears in the market. Everything just pushed up, and we actually got to an all-time high on Bitcoin at 109,000. Was the president in 2020. You can see the price of Bitcoin was sitting around 8,000, and then as soon as he got into the office, it shot up to 13,000, all the way up to 60K. So I don't think it really matters like who's the president. It's just when this Bitcoin halving happens every 4 years.
Here, I signed up. I had invested in a couple of these. I wanted to see if we could get some insight on what they're looking like, the stats of it today.
So yeah, Shiba Inu is down 1.16% for the day. Still looking too good overall. We're still on the low end side, being as though it isn't altcoin season yet. We're still in the Bitcoin season.
Because I feel like a lot of people it's kind of misconstrued it, like what they're investing into. They put their money into the stock market, but what they're putting their money into. Can you just break down a little segment of that?
Okay, so with cryptocurrency, you're putting your money into an actual currency that fluctuates. So, Bitcoin is worth 97,000 at this second, but the next minute it might be worth 98K. It brings different value into the cryptocurrency. So, you got XRP, which a lot of the banks are backing this coin, and then you got coins that's like Ethereum, where it's more decentralized. No banks are backing the coin, and that's really like the goal of cryptocurrency is decentralized. And as long as coins got a good utility and bringing in what you like to see into the markets, good returns, you can invest in it. Some of them is even games. The gaming industry is coming in big in the crypto world. So you got coins like the Decentraland that a lot of people, is investing in because they want to get into the infrastructure and building on, the Web 3.0 design and things like that. So it's different, a lot of different coins out there, and they all tackle a different angle, of utility that they bring to the table.
Nice. Okay, so y'all see, as far as like what I'm talking about, like how he's really educated about, just with the lifestyle of this coin, what it's going to not just do for him, but the humanity, changes a lot of perspectives and stuff.
Yeah.
So as far as getting people invested into, 350, I feel like 350 is a little tough, but it's something that, you see what investment do, dividends, 401k stocks.
Right.
It's something that's going to be worth it.
Yeah, and 350, to some people it definitely, might, feel like a lot of money, but to us this was our discounted price. So we actually trying to make ends meet with everybody, and build more of a community-based platform, whereas though we don't just have the upper echelon people that want to spend $2,500 on a key to get involved, because this is long-term money. This is not something that you just want to get into and fall out of love from it. We have results. We bought Teslas, bought our houses, all off of cryptocurrency. So being as though we do have the results, I think people should gravitate towards wanting to get the results for themselves as well. Because we got the blueprint, whereas though if you follow it, step by step, inside of our BTC network, you can have the same results for yourself.
Yeah, that sounds good, don't it, y'all?
Get your membership when you log in. App is called TradingView right here. You can look at different cryptocurrencies, stocks, Forex pairs, and things like that.
How do you navigate it?
So you can zoom in with both your fingers. You gotta zoom. Hold up. I can see that you gotta reset it. So zoom in with both your fingers, and you can just see what price Shiba Inu is at, 0.0001531. So it's fairly still under a penny. Once we get to a penny, a lot of people will definitely be wealthy off this coin.
Right. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So it's the long-term game. Like I said, a lot of people wasn't believing in these meme coins, but the first one was Dogecoin, and it popped off. And then once I came across Shiba Inu, I think it was around 2021.
Yeah.
April to be exact. It was on April Fool's. So I was searching on the website, and I seen that it said Dogecoin killer, and that one sentence, just made me want to invest in it. I threw a couple racks in there, and by not even a month and a half later, when I say we was 5, 6, 7 figures up,
That's
like
crazy.
it was like.
What was your reaction towards that?
My reaction was I didn't even know how to react because how fast it happened, you know. And I would not to say I didn't see success in the crypto market, but not that much success in that shorter period of time. So I was kind of shocked, stunned. I'm like, yeah, my life just changed. What am I going to do to show for myself though?
Yeah.
So you know, I had to see if it was real. Made some deposits into my bank. And once it got there, I'm like, all right, yeah, this crypto shit is real. This is one of the biggest purchases that I made with cryptocurrency, was buying a house. So once I seen that, I'm like, all right, I'm sticking with this throughout the whole next bear market. I'm a dollar cost average, you know, back into the market. That way, you know, I'm making a good amount the next bull market that comes. Because like I said, it's every 4 years. So
damn, that's crazy. It's the fact that you wouldn't even think that an opportunity will open up like that if you would never had that much faith. Because people really, like, they see it, but they don't believe it.
Yeah, they don't believe it.
Nobody around them not on it.
Exactly. And like I said, it got brought, Bitcoin got brought to my table in 2016. I was already trading Forex. So I was already into the financial market. So when it came across my table, I didn't shy away from it. I didn't take it as serious as I should have at first, being as though I don't even really trade Forex like that no more. I'm full-time cryptocurrency now. $500 a coin.
Wow.
As I'm still trading Forex, you can't even fund your Forex account with a regular credit card now. They want your Bitcoin. So I'm like, damn, so maybe this Bitcoin thing is something that I should be, you know, on. So I started day trading it. Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin. It was like the main 4 coins that was like the OGs that was around that time. And then we ventured off to another exchange, and we found out about Dogecoin and cheaper coins that's under a penny and stuff like that. And by that time, XRP was only 12 cents. So we gathered up on some XRP, gathered up on some Dogecoin, kept, you know, my faith in Bitcoin, obviously. And then by 2017, I seen another rally. Because like I said, the Bitcoin halvings come every 4 years. I got introduced in 2016. By the next year, the halving came, and the market was already popping off. So I'm seeing success early in the game. So that was I believe kept me, you know, interested into the markets. Even though people made like, what is that Bitcoin thing? I just turned, you know, my couple $600 almost $30,000, $60,000. You know, so I'm seeing that from a little bit of money. So you know, people may always think, oh, I need $10,000 to start. Don't think you need that much money to start inside the markets. That's why I say just come consult with us, sit down with us, see what coins, you know, people are investing in that already have success. You know, that already know the ins and outs and things like that. Because you can get into some projects and they just scams. Right. You don't want to get into one of the scam projects and then, you know, lose faith of something that's really, you know, revolutionary and is going to be, you know, implemented in our everyday financial systems.
Nice. All right, y'all. So we just wrapping up our session. It was real pleasant to be here with Devon. Not only is he a client, like he was one of my classmates, and like I said, I just watched him evolve, and it's really inspiring. So I want to be a part of things like this. I don't want to feel like a hater or envious over something that I know is attainable. If he could do it, I know I could do it. So this message is for anybody that want to join the BTC network. Look, I'm a part of the network now. I need y'all to be a part of this network. It's evolving. It's going up, not just this year. This is a lifetime thing we're talking about here. So Devon, do you want to say some last minute words for anybody? Navigate themselves to your website and just words of encouragement to keep people encouraged through this process.
Yeah, definitely. If you don't know about cryptocurrency, I would definitely reach out to us. You know, even if it's not us, somebody that you personally know, definitely just get tapped in, you know, because this is going to be one of them things that's just always in your face for like the next 10 years. And if you want to capitalize off of it, make money off of it today, and invest into your future, you know, get with the BTC network.
Y'all heard him. I turned my pretty rusty penny into a pretty gold coin. That's a Bitcoin. Make sure y'all check them out. BTC network. It don't get no better than NSG. We'll see y'all later.
www.btcnetwork.net.
Yeah, later.